Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another update for my Pan That palette using these two bad boys. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this time around, then just keep watching. So I had set some goals for myself, so I think I'll start with this palette, and I'm actually the Modern Renaissance palette from ABH. I'm actually surprised with how I did, considering like the county I'm living in Ireland is back in lockdown, whereby I'm not attending work at all again. And I had exams, so I'm surprised. So for my Modern Renaissance palette, I'm still at 182 grams, would you believe? But on the screen, you can see where I was last month. And my goal was to hit side pan on Primavera and kind of give some attention to antique bronze. So that's where I was at. And this is where I am now. Ooh. So we actually hit our goals. Let me just scoot over. So the goal, as I said, was to hit side pan and Primavera, which we have done, and to give some attention to antique bronze. And if you haven't already noticed, we have now hit pan on her. So I use that predominantly as an outer V shade. I was struggling what to use that for, and that's what I did. So let's just go through the uses. So starting from the top and working our way across, Tempera is done. Golden Ochre we used twice. Vermeer we used 3 times. Bonfresco 5 times. Antique bronze 4 additional times to hit pan, which means I used it 32 times to hit pan. Love letter I didn't use. Cypress umber I used 3 times. I didn't use raw sienna, and then that, because that's the next row. And then burnt orange I used once. Primavera I used 4 additional times to hit the side pan. Red ochre I didn't use. Venetian red I used once. Warm taupe has a real big dip in it now. I'm using it mainly for my eyebrows. I use it 10 times this month, which is pretty good going. And then Realgar I use twice. So that's where I am with this palette. I think then let's just set some goals for next time and keep it moving. So I'm afraid when we're working from home like solely, I was working in the office 1 day a week. So quarantine again, quarantine for another 2 weeks, which means I'll be locked in for 4 weeks again, like fully. So what can I do? I think what I want to do is I want to hit side pan on Vermeer, so this top shimmery shade. And I want to start kind of using the Love Letter, Venetian red and red ochre. So if I could use them twice even, that would be each. That would be wonderful, just get them to have some use. I do like using these as highlighter shades, however, I do have them in other projects. So for Subculture, I love this palette. I know not everyone does, but I do. And let's go through the weights of it. So I actually went down this time. I was 195 grams last time, and I'm 195 grams down to 194. So we're down a gram finally. On the screen, you can see where I was last time. I had finished Cube as of last update. My goal was to use Adorn 10 times this month. So that's what I wanted to do. And as you can see this time, I don't know if it shows very well in the close-up, but it is looking used. Dawn, the very second shade, the one after Cube, that has a really big dip on it in person. Roxy on the very bottom row, the first shade, that shade is actually beautiful. The 2 shimmer shades require a lot for it to pick up pigment for me for some reason, so it's getting a lot of use with little use, if that makes sense. So let's just go through the usage. Dawn I only used twice. Destiny I used once. Oh, did I mark that? Yeah, I used it once. Adorn I used 12 times. So we hit our goal on 10 times. All Star I used once. I didn't use Mercury. Did I? No, I didn't use Mercury or Axis. So that's the top row. Next row is Roxy, and I use that the 1 time. Electric I used 3 times. Fudge 3 times. New Wave twice. Untamed twice. Edge 3 times. And Rowdy 2 times. I know I just flew through that, but I just didn't want to hold you up. This palette I just really do enjoy. And the problem with panning for me as I get into this, I need to show progress. I need to show progress. I have to stop that mentality because I really do enjoy it. And now I know what I'm doing next year. So I'm not as under pressure as I was if I think like that. But anyway, goals for next time. I'm afraid because I don't know will I be at home the whole time. But I want to focus on Electric and on Dawn. Can I hit pan on Dawn? I don't know. Or Electric, but I want to put my emphasis there because I do I really like this. So that's where I am with this. On to the next part, We had a single eyeshadow in this project in place of the matte setting shade in Primavera in Modern Renaissance. The last time you can see on the screen, we had hit pan. As of this update, it's now in 2 months, and here is where I am now. Sorry, I don't know if I didn't take a picture of this yet, so I may do that. But here's where I am now. I have expanded the pan, I feel like a lot. I've used it 9 times this update. I may take a close up, but I haven't checked the last update, but I feel like we've really expanded the pan sideways there. But yeah, I want to finish this, and I just said I'd roll in the single. I don't know why it's here, but it is here. So that's where I am with that bad boy. Someone recommended using this as a highlighter, which I think is a great idea because it had no base pigment and it was really glittery. I still have to try that. It's just because I have so many highlighters and projects, I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I actually will. And thank you so much for your suggestions. They're always so helpful. To the rolling elements. Okay, so I have a 1 month, 1 palette element, and the last time I had these 2 bad boys in. So I had the Naked 3, which I'll pop up on the screen as for a close up. And I just wanted to get use out of it for the month, see how I feel, and just get some use. If I have any looks of anything I've done with these palettes, I will put them on the screen. My favorite shade is still Trick, this shade in here. It's absolutely goddamn beautiful. I do not love this palette. I like this palette. I enjoy it. I find it very good for work when I'm in work. So I'm going to keep it and kind of use it mostly for that. I do love these shimmer shades. They're so pretty. But, and these are actually quite wearable, surprisingly enough. I thought they were going to be deeper than what they were. But I really like it, and I got some use out of it. This next one I got use out of was the Colourpop Bye Bye Birdie. Bye Bye. And I used all of the shades in here, and I love them all. This shade up here is a bit crumbly. I even used the glitter shades, the Super Shock shades. Absolutely stunning palette. I actually do not regret it for a second. This shade is in a very similar shade as in the Sweet Peach, Sweet Talk. Is that what it's called? This, what is this? This is these 2 are Super Shock kind of topper shades, and I put them over things, and they're gorgeous. I'm so happy I have this, so grateful. And I'm really glad I got to get some use out of it. So now let's roll in what we're going to work on for this month. Fingers crossed. So we're taking a step away from pinks, okay? We're rolling in 2. So let's start with the Revolution one. I'll put a close up of it on the screen. It is the Forever Flawless, is that what it's called? Chilled with Cannabis Sativa by Makeup Revolution. There's 3 glitter shades in here. oops, I'm making a mess. It has a mirror in here. Got it on ASOS or Beauty Bay, one of those, but you can get it in Superdrug. And yeah, I can't wait to get some use out of it. I got it not that long ago, and I'm happy enough wearing glitter. Personally, I've been wearing it since I was like a child, so like over 20 years. But yeah, I've been wearing it a long time, so I'm happy with the technique I have to take it off personally. So I'm okay with that. I'm looking forward to using this, seeing if it's any good, because it's very good price range. Yes, I'm really happy with these shades. If they perform as well as they look, I'd be delighted, because the price is within a nice juicy, more achievable budget than most, and accessible for us over here in Ireland. This shade looks really unique and pretty. Look at it. Ooh, it feels creamy. Ooh. Sorry, I just get really whoa. Nice. And then what about this one down here? They're actually like, let's just do, I say I won't. I did a terrible swatch. But that's them there. They look super pretty. So I'm looking forward to using that. And it is new enough to my collection. I bought it in quarantine when it was getting me down. So looking forward to this. This next one you would have seen in my haul. If not, I'll link it up here. I got this quite recently as well. I've been eyeballing Nabla like there's no tomorrow. This is the Cutie palette in Platinum, and here it is up here. Oh, it falls back. There's a nice mirror on this as well. And I want to get some use out of this too, you know? Like, look at these shades. I'm just gonna swatch these shimmers. Like, look. Yes. That's them there. That's not even like a full-on swatch. And we have 2 matte shades in here as well. My hands are destroyed. But I want to use this, see kind of, you know, what looks can I create out of this? I'm sure this will go well with my Subculture. Like, as in I have a good few matte shades across the board to put in here with it. Like a lighter one, you know? But I'm looking forward to using this. Is there any palette in your collection that you actually have not used? I'm curious. So if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.